Well, it's another nice spring day outside. I was listening to the radio and they're saying, oh, inflation's at like, what was it, 4.5 or 5% up here in Canada. But the inflation on food was over 10%. And it's funny because, well, I mean, it's not funny because food's going up like a mother. But what I mean is, people are kind of getting pissy. Oh, farmers are gouging us and stuff. No. Like, when COVID first came, they had the lockdowns in Alberta, or the shutdowns of the meat processing plants in Alberta, because some people got sick. Right when that happened, all the meat shot up, like a big amount in the stores. Howsoever, the commodities price on things like the commodities price on beef, when those places shut down, went from $3.90 a pound down to $2.90 a pound, which meant that the farmers lost like 26% of their price. Because these places that shut down dropped the price they're paying the farmers, but raised the price they're charging to the stores. So don't blame the farmers. They're drying. Like hell, I was watching videos of an onion farmer that had to bury his whole crop because he just couldn't get trucking because of all the shutdowns. Like millions of pounds. It was either that or have them rot at the surface, and then who knows what kind of molds you'd get floating around. So he had to dig a hole and bury them. Probably lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is where we're getting into our problems. See, like way back when the first depression happened, like 60% of people lived in rural areas. And even those that lived in cities still had like rudimentary skills towards, gardening and maintaining their home. I don't mean cleaning it. I mean like roofing and shit like that. Now we're looking at an 80% urban, 20% rural. And on top of that, since the internet's become a thing, we've seen a huge financial push into the tech sector. But here's the thing. You've got all these influencers and media personalities and celebrities and athletes. They're making huge money. But what do they produce? See, that's the problem. Like, the inflation is starting to come because we've got everyone consumes, but all of the big money really is going to tech that doesn't produce anything of intrinsic value. And until a new kind of balance is formed, who the hell knows how this is going to go? I mean, sure, there's other problems, like the COVID lockdown screwed everything, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, there's just not enough people producing shit anymore. That's one of the biggest reasons. Like, you go look at the statistics, like, since the 90s, since the 80s, 90s, we've dropped significantly from primary and secondary industries and pushed into tertiary and quaternary industries. Like, primary industries are like logging, drilling for oil, farming. Secondary industries are like the refineries, the factories that fabricate shit. Tertiary and quaternary are services. Like, I'd have to look up the difference between the tertiary and quaternary, but it's like retail workers and I'm not trying to bust people's balls for being in those industries. Like, those are the jobs that are available. But we have to keep in the back of our mind that if there ain't people producing shit, the prices is just going to go up for the consumer. Anyways, I think that's enough of my uneducated redneck rambling for today. Have a good one. Keep safe. Keep trying. Keep surviving.